Race number 1. Yellow light is off. Pace track to the infield. Race fans, it's a beautiful night. Who's ready to go sprint car racing here, 34? Hey, you guys gotta wake up a little bit. Who's ready to go sprint car racing? Here we go, heat race number 1, set to take the green. The youngster out of Central Missouri, Garrett Benson, with the advantage down the back straightaway as Dustin Selvage drives the outside of Cam Martin. He'll pick up the second spot here on lap number 1. Chris Martin running in the 4th spot. Cody Worley trying to make his way toward the front of the Gunnersville 40C. Right now it's Garrett Benson leading the way. Cam Martin gets a little sideways there in turn 4, gathers the back up here. Race right now for 4th as they head into turn 1. Cody Worley had to check up to keep from getting to the back end of Chris Martin. He'll lose some ground, and now your top 5 are equidistant here on lap number 3. Current point leader Tasker Phillips mired back there in the 6th spot in the 1 Taz. And Cole Meitzer behind him as we score lap number 4 with Benson continuing to lead. This is not going to be a good passing point performance for your point leader as he heads down the back straightaway just ahead of Cole Meitzer. Racetrack still pretty clean, so not very wide at this point, although the 6 of Selvage was able to get up in there and drop the pole sitter Cam Martin back to the 3rd position on the 1st lap. 6 down, 2 to go. White flag will come out this time for Garrett Benson. Benson with a strong advantage over Dustin Selvage. Cam Martin, and that battle for position is still at the back of the field as Cole Meitzer works on Tasker Phillips as the checker flag waves. Your winner will be Garrett Benson. 2nd goes to Dustin Selvage. Cameron Martin comes home 3rd. 4th to Chris Martin. 5th it'll be Cody Worley. 6th to Tasker Phillips. 7th to Cole Meitzer, and Cam Sorrells with a DNS here in heat race number 1.
So your lineup looks like this. In row 1, the 4X of Chase Richards, the 50 of Paul Nienheiser. Row 2, the 1A is John Anderson. The 22 is Riley Goodnow. In row 3, the 88 of Riley Scott, and the 7B of Nick Guernsey. In your 4th and final row, the 23 of Devin Doby, and the 49 of Josh Schneiderman. 8 cars go 8 laps here in heat race number 2. The winner of this will head directly to our Aggreland FS Dash. Kenny Dixon ready to turn him loose, and here we go. Nienheiser out to the early lead here as Riley Goodnow has a good bite on the bottom of turn 2. He'll take over that 2nd spot. Chase Richards at 3rd, and already Josh Schneiderman from 8th up to 4th. Josh Schneiderman with a tremendous start at car 49. As he looks to the inside of Chase Richards, he'll take over that 3rd spot. So passing points aplenty for Josh Schneiderman in the 49. Devin Doby also starting back there in the 4th row and is up to 5th. 3 laps down this time by for Nienheiser. Riley Goodnow in 2nd, then Schneiderman. Now Devin Doby looks to the inside of Chase Richards for that 4th spot. It would be a good run for the Wapakoneta, Ohio driver. Starting back at 7th. Good battle right now with that 4th spot. Chase Richards does not want to give that up. He's been a crew member for Jason Martin on the ASCS Sassel Series all season long. Not much time behind the wheel of a sprint car this year, but battling with Devin Doby for that 4th spot. 2 laps to go for your leader. Now Doby takes over that 4th spot. Paul Nienheiser looks at lap traffic as it comes through 3 and 4. White flag out from Kenny Dixon. 1 lap to go. Paul Nienheiser, your winner here in heat race number 2.
So this will be a fun one to watch here. Heat race number 3 brought to you by Morning Sun Farm Implement with the Morfeld Solar Sprint Invaders. Another absolutely gorgeous racetrack sunset here tonight at 34 as the field is framed by that, heading down the back straightaway, getting set to go to green. Evan Simrod, Ryan Jamieson, and Evan's probably going to get penalized for that, as Kenny Dixon did not really give it a too big of a wave there. Yep, the caution's going to come on down the back straightaway. So the youngster getting on the throttle a little too early there in the 59 car, so he'll check back one row. So you got 3 drivers out there with a combined age of 45, and now your front row probably has a combined age of about 119. Ned, if you were out there, you'd be one of the young ones, wouldn't you? I know Ned doesn't pay attention to me anymore.
Ned's forever young. Yeah.
Yellow light is off. Terry McCarl will set a nice slow pace this time. And he and Ryan Jamieson will pick it up at the cone, and we're racing. So Terry McCarl taking advantage of being able to climb up to that pole position. He'll lead the field here on lap number 1. Good 3-car battle for that second spot with Stemerod, Jameis, Sharon Hickle, and Zach Dahm all the way up to 5th after starting from the 4th row. Hickle slips by Jamieson. Ryan's first night back in a 360 after suffering some serious burns on his leg after winning a heat race down at Quincy in one of our events last year. Has been racing in the 305 class out here, 34, a few nights this year. And good to have him back in the car as he slips back to 5th, crown up 51J. Now D.G. Hickle going to work on Evans and alive per second as McCarl continues to lead the field. And Jamieson showing about the smoke, he'll pull the infield. We'll check out and head to the back hitter in that 51J. It's McCarl, Semerak, Hickle, Dahm in 4th, Zook holding on to 5th as Jaden Alexander and the youngster Lakin Martin. 5 down, 3 to go. The Nashville Straight Car Hall of Famer continues to pace the field here in the Country Builders Construction to Bird Concrete, car number 24. Vince Semerod looking good in that second spot. Might have been tough to beat had he been able to stay on that pole position without jumping that first start, as he continues to ride second with the white flag out. Seen a lot of improvement from Evan before or after he made his first appearance with us down in Memphis, Missouri earlier this year. And their winner, heat race number 3, will be Terry McCall. Evan Semerod second, third with J.J. Hickle. 4th goes to Zach Dahm. Alan Zook penciled 5th. Jaden Alexander will finish 6th, 7th to Lincoln. Yeah, Ryan Jamieson will be credited with the 8th and final position.
Out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He will be on the pole in the 88C. That's Brogan Carter. Outside of him, the 11 of Colton Fisher. In row 2, the 52D of Skylar Daly alongside the 28 of Luke Verardi. In row 3, the 7W is Alex Vandevort alongside the 31 of McCain Richards. The 7 of Tyler Lee rounds out our field. 7 cars, 8 laps. Here we go, E-race number 4. And Colton Fisher getting out to a nice start there in the 11. Brogan Carter trying to hold down that second spot. Here comes Luke Verardi on the low side. Carter hangs on that second spot. Verardi is 3rd. Alex Vandevort 4th and Tyler Lee in that 5th spot. Colton Fisher, a winner at the Lee County Speedway in August with the Sprint Invaders. Was his second career win with the series and his second career win at the Lee County Speedway. As Jeff said earlier, He had led 3 races already this season before capturing that first win, tangling with lap cars, having mechanical issues. But he finally broke through for that win at Lee County. He also led a lot of the race at the end of August at Spoon River Speedway. He would get passed late in the race by Terry McCarl. This time by 2 laps to go for your leader, Colton Fisher. Brogan Carter still in that second spot, then Luke Berardi, Alex Vandevort, Tyler Lee, and McCain Richards. White flag. And now Berardi slowing over in 3 and 4. He's got a bit of a flame under the hoods. That's Luke Berardi. And the Sprint Invaders safety team on the way. Red flag conditions. As the Sprint Invaders safety team, they're on the scene quickly. And I see Luke Berardi out of the car inspecting the damage already, so let's give him a round of applause down there. Our drivers start single file at the cone over in turn 4. You cannot pass before the cone. And Colton Fisher is able to get on the button. And here we go. White and green displayed together. 1 lap to go. Alex Vandevort with a great restart. He'll take over that second spot. But out front, it is all Colton Fisher winning E-Race number 4. So row 1 looks like this. The 7W of Alex Vandevort, the 22 of Riley Goodnow. And row 2, that's the 6 of Dustin Selvage, the 49 of Josh Schneiderman. Row 3, the 24 Terry McCarl, the 50 of Paul Nienheiser, and your 4th row, the 11 of Colton Fisher, the 2B of Garrett Benson. 6 laps, and here we go. Good start for Riley Goodnow on the high side. He'll take the early lead. Vandevort in that second spot, and here comes Dustin Selvage. One of the masters, the 34 Raceway in that third spot, but Terry McCarl getting the bite on the low side in turn 4. Terry McCarl is spiked up just a little bit. Riley Goodnow out front, Vandevort is second, McCarl in third, and Selvage, Paul Nienheiser. Paul Nienheiser with a run on the low side of 1 and 2, can't quite make it stick as Terry McCarl. T-Mac taking a look at Vandevort for that second spot, and a front row starting spot in tonight's match. Now Selvage fighting back around the high side. Selvage has found the cushion to his liking. He'll go 2 for 1. Selvage passing briefly there. Keep your eye on the number 6. He goes to the high limits of turn 2. Dustin Selvage into that second spot. White flag for your leader, Riley Goodnow. Riley Goodnow, Dustin Selvage, your battle now for third. But your winner is going to be Riley Goodnow in the 22.
Your Vader fan of the night is Miva. She's from Sperry. Let's have a round of applause for her. She'll get her own trophy and her picture with Riley Goodnow down here.
She's not being shy either. She's racing right over there.
All right, how about another round of applause for Riley Goodnow out of Knoxville? Riley, you're not able to see the race behind you, but it was a good one. But you were out front and looked like the car was really feeling good for you.
Yeah, car was really good. I just can't thank my dad enough. We've been working hard. Last night at Jacksonville, we weren't too good, but tonight we're really doing good. So hopefully we keep it going in the future.
Looks like the track's really pretty fast. Still here, pretty tacky walking across this thing.
Yeah, I was actually really shocked how much grip there still is, and usually this place really slicks off pretty quickly after hot laps. But yeah, we'll just hopefully it gets a little wider for the feature and we can move around.
I'm sure it will, and if the racing was any indication in the dash, what we'll have later, it's going to be a good one. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Riley Goodnow, your winner of the Agriland FS Dash tonight.
See if the I'm on pace truck pulls the pit area as the caution light blinks off. Couple of young drivers, Jaden Alexander and Riley Scott, is set to bring us to green here in our B main tonight for the Morfeld Solar Sprint Invaders. And it's the 15-year-old out of Knoxville leading the way down the back straightaway. Jaden Alexander, Cam Sorrells quickly up to fifth in that 57 car. Riley Scott into second. Tasker Phillips is third. Cole Meitzer running fourth. And Nick Guernsey off the top of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. He'll slide to a stop before he gets to the barriers. And it looks like Lincoln Martin is headed to the hit area as well in the 9L. So caution for Nick Guernsey. Got off the top side of the racetrack over there in 1 and 2. Of course, 34 Raceway for many, many years with no wall over in 1 and 2. So usually the cushion goes all the way to the rim over there. And then with the retaining wall in 3 and 4, usually it stays about a car width or two off the wall. With 1 lap on the board, 1 down, 11 to go. Jaden Alexander, your leader. We mentioned he was the Rookie of the Year in the 360 division down at the XX Speedway in California, Missouri this year. That's a fun little race track to go to if you ever get a chance on a Sunday night as they go back to green. Cam Sorrells to the inside of Cole Meitzer. He'll pick up that fourth and final qualifying position, the 57, but he's not done yet. He'll go to work on Phillips for third. Obviously, the Sorrells racing team has things figured out with whatever was ailing that 57 car earlier in the night, as he is on the charge from the rear of the field. Oh, big wheelie from Tasker off of turn 4. Sorrells will go to his outside, the battle for third, give it to the 57 car, and now Cole Meitzer showing some strength once again in that 15 JR as he comes up to challenge Tasker Phillips. Phillips just series point leader running in that fourth and final transfer position right now. Very critical that he makes the show here tonight to maintain that point lead. 5 laps now on the Bullington Pepsi scoreboard. Jaden Alexander continuing to lead the way. Young driver made his Sprint Invader debut with us on August 25th down the Lee County Speedway in Donaldson. And hopefully we'll have him for the full season in 2026. Riley Scott looking strong in second. He's completing his rookie season with the Sprint Invaders. Also ran weekly here at 34 Raceway in the 305 division. And he's had steady progress and improvement throughout the season right now. He's holding off Sorrells and Phillips is now. Cam gets bound up on the inside. He'll grab back to fourth. 3-car battle for second in turns 1 and 2. Tasker Phillips didn't want to be on the bubble back there with Cole Meitzer lurking. And now he's all the way back up to second. Sorrells goes by Riley Scott for third. That puts Scott now on the bubble in that fourth spot. We'll see if Meitzer can run him down with 2 laps to go. 10 down, 2 remaining. Cole Meitzer wants it. He's going to have to come and get it here in this B-May as the white flag waves for Jaden Alexander. Meitzer dives in low into 1 and 2. Can't get the job done there. Checker flag will fly for the youngster from Knoxville, Jaden Alexander. Second to Tasker Phillips. Cam Sorrells comes home third. Fourth goes to Riley Scott. Cole Meitzer will go one position out in the 15 JR. Nick Guernsey comes home 6th. John Alexander will be scored in the 7th position.
Get on your feet and make some noise as they go through turn 3 and 4. These are your Moorfield Solar Sprint Invaders. And you see the missing man formation. That is for Phil Getchell tonight. The missing man formation for Phil Getchell.
So row 1, 22 Riley Goodnow, the 6 of Dustin Selvage. Row 2, 7W Alex Vandervoort, the 50 of Paul Nienheiser. Row 3, the 24 Terry McCarl, the 49 Josh Steinerman. Row 4, the 11 Colt Fisher, the 2B Garrett Benson. Row 5, the 63 of J.J. Hickle, the 23 of Devin Doby. Row 6, the 99 of the Dominator, Zach Dahm, alongside the 7 of Tyler Lee. In row 7, the 59 of Evan Simmerod, the 4 of Cam Martin. Row 8, the 88C of Brogan Carter, the 44 of Chris Martin. In row 9 will be the 31 of McCain Richards and the 40 of Cody Worley. Row 10 scheduled, the 33 of Alan Suit, the 4X Chase Richards. In row 11, the 11X of Jaden Alexander, the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips. Row 12, the 57 of Cam Sorrells, the 88 of Riley Scott. Row 13, the 15 junior of Cole Meitzer, the 7B of Nick Guernsey, and your final start of the 1A of John Anderson. You see the 4X of Chase Richards having some issues. Goodnow had him covered in the heat, but Dustin Selvage was a late closer. Alex Vandervoort and Paul Nienheiser in that second row. Terry McCarl and Josh Schneiderman ready to bring him green here at the 34 Raceway, and here we go. Dustin Selvage getting the early advantage there in the 6th, and everybody making that through turns 1 and 2. Selvage early leader over Goodnow, Nienheiser, Vandervoort, and McCall. We have a caution. Before we can get a lap in, Josh Schneiderman bringing out the caution down in turn 4. Riley Goodnow and Dustin Selvage going to bring us green. Here we go. Dustin Selvage with another strong start. Paul Nienheiser's in that second spot, but we have a car upside down in turn 3. "24 cars remaining out of our 27 starters." Kenny Dixon takes a look at him in turn 4, and here we go. Selvage again to the high reaches of turn 2. We have a spinner. It's Alex Vandervoort. Caution lights out. We'll try again. Riley Goodnow and Dustin Selvage bring us to green. Selvage the leader as upside down in turn 2. 11X of Jaden Alexander upside down in turn 2. Just clipped on the way by Tasker Phillips, sending him upside down. As Kenny Dixon shuts those caution lights out. I'm feeling good about this one. Riley Goodnow and Dustin Selvage going to bring us back to green. Dustin Selvage, your early leader here as Paul Nienheiser's second. Riley Goodnow, J.J. Hickle, and Zach Dong. Can we get a lap in? And Dustin Selvage out front. Alex Vandevoort over the top of turn 2. Restart at the cone over in turn 4. Dustin Selvage going to lead us back to green. Dustin Selvage, your leader. Paul Nienheiser still in that second spot. Then Riley Goodnow, J.J. Hickle, and Zach Dom, your top 5. Cam Martin looking to make moves up through the pack here as he looks at the outside of McCain Richards. He'll take over that 7th spot. Riley Goodnow taking a look at Paul Nienheiser. That's a battle for second. Nienheiser on the high side, Goodnow down low. As your leader sees lap traffic in front of it. Selvage into lap traffic now as Nienheiser's in tow. It's Goodnow, Hickle, and we have caution over at turn 2. It's Tyler Lee. Six laps down, 24 to go. Dustin Selvage, your leader. Then Paul Nienheiser, Riley Goodnow, J.J. Hickle, and the Dominator, Zach Dong. Hickle looks to the high side of Riley Goodnow. That's your battle for third. Can't quite make it stick up there as Selvage. Looking good out front, the DGRD number 6. Terry McCarl over the high side of 1 and 2, but he keeps it going. It's Selvage, Nienheiser, and Goodnow. Goodnow again looking at Nienheiser for that second spot, and Tasker Phillips sideways in turn 2. Eight laps are down, 22 to go here in our feature event. Selvage with another strong restart. Nienheiser getting a little bit chippy on the high side of turn 2. He keeps it rolling. Goodnow trying to make that low side work. Goodnow now to the inside as Nienheiser out in the middle. He's out in no man's land. Hickle can't quite make the move. But Goodnow takes over second. Now D-Nies are back around the high side as Cam Martin moved into the top 5. And now Zach Dom grabs it back. Good battle back there in 5th. Selvage opening it up a bit out front. Another car sideways over in turn 2. Dustin Selvage is out front. Paul Nienheiser trying to chase him down. Riley Goodnow, J.J. Hickle, and Cam Martin now your top 5. Selvage back to the high side. Nienheiser going to try low now. The 2 veterans up front. Big wheelie by Cam Martin in that 5th spot. And your top 5 remains the same. But now Goodnow making that low side work again as he gets by Nienheiser on the backside. So we'll see if we can hold it through turn 4. Goodnow now up into that 2nd spot. Good battle between Goodnow and Nienheiser here in the feature event for that 2nd spot. Now brother Chris Park knocking on Cam's door for that 5th position. Back and forth they go in 2nd. Nienheiser now back by on the high side as we complete lap 15. The more they battle, the more Selvage pulls away. It's Selvage, Nienheiser, Goodnow, Hickle, and Cam Martin, your top 5. Terry McCarl back up to the 8th spot, but he took another trip over the top in turn 2. He's able to gather it in and keep his spot. Terry McCarl really on the move back in the pack, but he's a half a lap behind your leader who enters lap traffic. Selvage back into lap traffic here as Nienheiser holding down that 2nd spot. Goodnow is 3rd. Then it's J.J. Hickle, Cam Martin, Chris Martin, Zach Dong, Terry McCarl, and Cam Sorrells rounding out your top 10. Selvage weaving his way through traffic, putting the slider on Heinzer there. Nienheiser in that 2nd spot. Now Cam Martin taking a shot at J.J. Hickle for 4th. Good battle for 4th there is Cam Martin. Lifts down the draw on Hickle as far as speed goes here in the later stages. Hickle sliding up across the turn 2. Selvage held up a little bit in traffic. Nienheiser still about 8 car lengths behind him. This time by 6 laps to go as Nienheiser closes the window between 1st and 2nd. He'll go to the low side of turns 1 and 2. Selvage able to grab enough up top as he completes lap 25 here. 5 to go for Dustin Selvage. Both drivers looking for win number 6 here at the 34 Raceway with the Sprint Invaders. That would be first all time, but we have a caution. Both looking to get out of that 4-way tie for the all-time win list here at 34 with the Sprint Invaders. Here we go, 5 to go. over the top. Selvage over the top, and Nienheiser to the lead. Here comes J.J. Hickle. Nienheiser, J.J. Hickle, Riley Goodnow. Here comes Terry McCarl. He's looking for fourth. Oh my, what a restart there as Dustin Selvage got up over the top. Now J.J. Hickle trying to reel in your leader. This time by 3 laps to go. J.J. Hickle, your new leader. He takes it on the high side of turn 4. Goodnow is third. McCarl now into fourth. Selvage is fifth. White flag for J.J. Hickle. Through 3 and 4, J.J. Hickle, your winner tonight at 34 Raceway. What an improbable finish there as Dustin Selvage getting up over the top of turn 2. Looked like Paul Nienheiser was going to assert himself. And J.J. Hickle. What a finish there for the 63 as he squeezes between Nienheiser and the turn 4 wall to take the lead with 3 laps to go. And the Quilcene, Washington native gets his second career win with the Sprint Invaders. And Matt Rogerson breathing a sigh of relief back there in turn 3 as he's still tied for the top in the all-time feature win list here at the 34 Raceway. It's going to be a happy crew for J.J. Hickle down there with crew chief Blake Cook.
I'm sure Bill mentioned that he was a winner down in Memphis, Missouri earlier this year. Had a break there as well. Jamie Ball was leading that race until the drivetrain came out of the car with a lap to go. Tonight, J.J. Hickle lurks back there in about the 3rd or 4th spot. In the final 5 laps, he sees the 6 car of Dustin Selvage slip off the top of turn 2, and then he makes his move to take the win. Race fans, your winner of tonight's Fall Hall at 34 Raceway, out for J.J. Hickle. You were lurking there, and you took your move when you needed it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what happened on the restart with Dustin and Paul, but just kind of in a catbird seat there, running fourth, nothing to lose. Decided to recommit to the bottom there, and man, just huge thank you to Blake and Ryan and my girlfriend and everybody that helps on this deal. I mean, we're just a family team, and to be able to drive by a bunch of guys like that to win this thing sure feels special.
And what a great race it was, a long race, obviously. How tough is it to get into a groove when we're stopping and starting so much?
Oh, it's extremely difficult. You know, I felt like we had a really good car on the long runs. Just struggled a little bit on restarts. But yeah, hard race to get going in, and sure glad to get out of the seat after one that long. But thank you all you fans. I mean, I know it was a long night, but man, great turnout. And we love racing here at 34 Raceway.
It's been great having you stationed in Knoxville this season. Great run, both in the 410s and the 360s this year. A successful season?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, I'm happier than hell right now to be where I'm at, doing what I'm doing, and we'll just stay the course and keep trying to make it great.
Let's keep it up. J.J. Hickle tonight, full champion here at 34.
Another new winner of the Fall Hall. Here's your unofficial finish. J.J. Hickle was your winner. Second, the 50 of Paul Nienheiser. Third, the 22 of Riley Goodnow. Fourth was the 24, Terry McCarl. Fifth, the 6 of Dustin Selvage. Sixth, the 99 of Zach Dahm. Seventh, the 4 of Cam Martin. Eighth, the 57, Cam Sorrells. Ninth, the 44, Chris Martin. And rounding out your top 10, the 88C of Brogan Carter. 11th, the 1 Taz Tasker Phillips. 12th was the 7, Tyler Lee. 13th, the 59, Evan Semerod. 14th, the 40 of Cody Worley. 15th, the 2B, Garrett Benson. 16th, the 23 of Devin Doby. 17th, the 31, McCain Richards. 18th, the 88 of Riley Scott. 19th, the 1A of John Anderson. Scored 20th, the 15 junior of Cole Meitzer. 21st, the 33 of Alan Zoot. 22nd, the 7W of Alex Vandegort. Then the 11 of Colton Fisher, the 11X Jaden Alexander, the 49 Josh Schneiderman, the 4X of Chase Richards, and the 7B of Nick Guernsey. For Jeff Brogue, this is Bill Wright. We wish everyone a safe and healthy trip home, and we will see you next time. Hopefully some of you can make it up to the Hawkeye Downs Speedway for our next stop next Saturday night in Cedar Rapids. Good night, everybody.